Hello, good morning. Welcome to Daily News Commentary. We are on December 6th, in fact. So the first news that we have is like the army operation in Nagaland goes awry. 15 civilians dead. So nothing to read here. It's a horrible incident, but we'll see that in the inside page. Okay, so we'll wait till there. Editor of Assam portal charged with sedation. So what is sedation? We have to know that. I mean, that sedation has been an issue in the years of independence in India. It's a colonial law. Okay, so you have to understand sedation, and also it's good to understand sedation from a mains perspective. What is sedation? Why sedation law is required? Why not required? Or why it's an issue? Okay, it's an issue that needs to be seen. Then what are the criticisms? That are two common points. Judicial verdicts and way forward. Okay, so that's what I have to look at sedation, and the several positions of sedation has been given here. See where is Barack Valley first, then sedation provision. Okay, so often misuse of sedation has been in news, right? So bring that into your mind and prepare for a note for that. So we got another article in the city page this day, that is judicial infrastructure, a neglected case in India. So we were looking at the issue of pendency in judiciary, or judicial pendency. And one of the reasons that we give is that the inadequate judicial infrastructure. So there's not going to be a judicial infrastructure question specifically on judicial infrastructure. No, maybe the question would already be on pendency, if at all not yet asked, but could be asked any day. So if at all a question is to be there, that is on pendency in judiciary, not about judicial infrastructure. But this is a point that you can write there. So you can read through all this NALSA model, proposed central government, National Judicial Infrastructure Authority of India. Okay, so all these things you need to read. Then going on, in the editorial page, these two are pretty usual things. Omicron response is not making sense. Even I was thinking the same thing, because after although we were not giving the reading the topic per se for mains purpose, we got a sense that it was a very serious one, right, from the newspapers that we had. But then we were looking at some of the news that we hear across. Often it was like mild cases and everything. So this article gives a sense as to why this has been overhyped. It is a good thing. Maybe after all this, if we find out really that Micron was not a big threat, then you can use this as a case study. നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഒമിക്രോൺ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ഇന്ത്യ വന്ന റിപ്പോർട്ടുകളൊന്നും അത്ര സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കേസുകളായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇതുവരെ കണ്ടില്ല, അല്ലേ? ഇന്ത്യ ഹാസ് ബീൻ റിലേറ്റീവ്ലി കാം ആൻഡ് കമ്പോസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ട് റെസ്പോൺസാണ് ഇന്ത്യ എടുത്തത്, ബാക്കി നേഷൻസിനെ പോലെയല്ല. സോ ദാറ്റ്സ് ബീൻ സെഡ് ഇൻ ദിസ് ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ. സോ റീഡ് ത്രൂ ദിസ്. It will give you a sense of what I was saying. So if this holds true, we can use this as a wonderful case study or an example, okay, in ethics, in other parts of the GS topics, right? International ethics also, like the developed world rushed, and so the article says Netherlands had found out about the variant earlier, but they never reported. But South Africa reported, very good. But then South Africa was punished for it. It's transparency. We always say transparency is required, but when somebody shows transparency, the others persecute them. This is the case. So read that. Now cooperation awaits its finding refseen moment. Right. What is cooperation? Cooperative. We are talking about cooperatives and cooperative models. Right. So this is rather a particularly important topic. What you have to understand. Then you have to look into the constitutional angle of it. What is the constitutional position given for cooperation? You can look into articles in DPSP and everything. You'll find that cooperation is a very seriously taken up issue. Why cooperative movements are required? Okay, challenges to cooperatives in India. Cooperatives in India faces several challenges. Initiatives taken and way forward. Alright, So that much of things need to be known about the cooperative sector, right? And some of these points from here could be picked up. Another lens experience, a model has been given. So this is a good case study, good best practice, I can say best practices. So you can use that in your GS now. Make sure you are incorporating that in your now. The need to reopen Anganwadis, small article, it's a small point under education or children or children. Okay, so GS to society. So just to go through that, not much of time, but just rather quickly. Now we have another one in anemia among children on the rise. So same GS to children gives a trend. Now Gujarat is as highest percentage. A map of India, you can use this map. If you are in geography optional, you can use this map. If you are in GS studying for social justice, you can use this map. Simplify this map. See here, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers, 6 categories are there. You just need 2 categories or 3 categories: low, medium, and high. Okay, so Kerala has low prevalence of anemia, and the other has more than that. Yeah, so look into that. This is based on NFHS 5. Very good. So center reaches out to Naga insurgents. Another article I wanted to ask you to read for long is AFSPA, but I think today there is a lot of news. Last couple of days we were not having much of news to read on. See what is AFSPA, and probably I'll keep this I would want you to keep this notification for tomorrow, because we will definitely get article on AFSPA or northeastern situation in the coming days. So we'll make that then. Please understand what is AFSPA. That's all. Okay. Baki can wait. Yeah, so volcano eruption. Some examples from Indonesia. For geography, you can remember a couple of the names of couple of volcanoes, so that you can, when you are writing an answer, you can specify some of them. Okay. So yeah, try to see if there is one name, like I don't think Mount Semeru. Okay, you can remember that, or you can also look into some of the famous ones. Okay, some of the famous volcanoes around the world, and this Indonesia part often sees this eruption, so it's best to look at them. Beware of Bitcoin and other currencies. Again, this news is repeating, so please read that. It could be a revision for you. Blockchain technology. Somebody has, Warren Buffett has all said it's rat poison. Digital encrypted token that can be transferred between 2 parties without the need of centralized surveillance. So see, this is such a good definition, simple good definition. Often when I'm evaluating papers for Mainscraft, the program that I'm running, I see across that often people use definition in their own language and words. They write in that way, but then you find that punch is lacking, that the different angles of that particular topic is not being covered, so it falls short of their expectation. But sometimes when you are finding these kind of a definition, cryptocurrencies are digitally encrypted tokens that can be transferred between 2 parties. So digital encrypted tokens, that is necessary, transferred between 2 parties without the need of regulator. So those kind of words should be there, but if you are writing and missing out of any of those keywords, then the definition is not complete. So this is a simple definition. Please make sure you have copy that. Have a proper definition. This is some of the correction that I had made in my during my attempts. Like I deliberately, after the first 2 attempts, I was like going for my own definitions. Then I realized the fact that then it leaves, it's your introduction. You need to be showing, and you need to be like show that you're really good at this. And then you are writing an average introduction, it hurts your prospects. Okay, so you go through all these things. It's untraceable. There is lot of currency only buy because there's a great pool out there willing to buy on cryptos. All those things, please go through that. We have seen that multiple times. Or once again, we can read that. Then moving along. Again, we have a couple of articles now. The arms race towards hypersonic weapons. So, what is hypersonic weapons? Right. I don't think you want to make a note on this one. Not yet. So read all these things. What are the hypersonic weapons? Mach 5 times speed of sound. Latest memo. Where is China Russian programs and where is US and additional Chinese earlier Russia announced it had successfully tested the Micron hypersonic cruise missile from this around. Okay, so read that. And where do we India stand? Not even mentioned much of India. Diado has said that so India is far back in that. Anyhow, read on that. Clearing the mounting debt of Air India. Just read the gist of it. I don't think we need to go. What did no? Just read the gist of it. You'll get a picture. The changing AI landscape. Again, you can read this. First of all, start with the gist. It's more of a historical one. Yeah. So no need to make notes. Rather go into it quickly. That would be nice. Alright, so that's much for today. Relatively good day, a very good day for me to analyze the comment or give a commentary on the news. Last couple of days were like rather boring, not much of